What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Flo. So you clicked on my video. Welcome to the Flo family. The learn and grow big homie Flo family. See, with the big homie Flo and just prioritizing flow and putting flow in my name. My main channel name, for those that don't know, if you're new to the channel, is Eric Flo. My first government name is Eric. My last name is Davis, right? Came originally on YouTube as Coach Davis, but you know, that's my father's name. My name comes from my dad. Not that I hate the man. It's not even about that. It's really just about, that's how much, like, it's like I'm not even aspiring to like have a flow state. I'm aspiring to be flow state. To the point where, you know what I'm saying? It's in my name, right? See, now, y'all want to just take a look at the view and everything. We live from the World Trade Center. They call this the Oculus. This look like an alien ship or something. Look like it's about to take off somewhere. Every time I come look at this, like, yo, why is that joint shaped like that, gang? But I came on this video because I had a few other things that I want to talk about. I got inspired by the first original video I just put on here literally like 15 minutes ago. And I was like, you know what? I ain't been on this channel in a while, so let's run it back one more time for the day. You know, I kind of took it easy today. Ain't really do too much. So I guess, like, you know, I could be as productive as possible and drop 2 videos for the day just to get the channel back up and running. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I want to say starting this off is that, you know, try not to beat yourself up too much if you don't have, you know, the most productive days on your journey. I just feel like I need to say that because what we end up having problems with on this journey of self-development, if we end up having these anxiety issues, all right, I'm gonna be trying to show y'all the scenery as I'm, you know, maneuvering, all right? We end up having these anxiety problems because we didn't know so much. Like, we came from a vibration so low where we was headed face first for our demise, face first into a black hole, and didn't even see it coming. So now, when we get on this journey of the self-development, oh, can I make it? They about to smack. Now, we on this journey is just 100% wholehearted self-development. And now you go from so low to so inspired. And that is a lot to take on. So what I want to advise all of you to take into account on your Nofap and seed retention journey, right? Pay attention to that word, seed retention. No different from when you plant that seed in the soil and you have to be patient with it. And if you understand, maybe you should look more into what it takes to actually grow a plant. Or, oh my God, this is what you should do. If you have your own apartment, everybody watching this video right now that has their own apartment, has their own room, and even me, myself, I will do this when I move into my apartment, right? For those that don't know, I'm currently in a men's homeless shelter, but I will be out of there very soon. This is my second time being in this situation, but it's okay. You know, toughest battle go to the strongest soldiers, and I'm going to be becoming stronger through all of this adversity, so it's cool, gangster. For me, stepping on it, you heard? You heard? Scratch that, right? Now, I advise y'all, take this into account. Check this out, right? I need you to grow a plant. I challenge you all to grow a plant, right? Whether it be a random plant, you know, maybe you can look into different plants. Maybe you want to grow like a lemon plant, you know, go to like a Home Depot or a place where you could get all of the stuff that you need. And I'm dead serious. I'm not trying to just make a video like how these other content creators be like, there's something that you can really learn from this. There's a lot of downloads that you get from doing high vibrational things. And also, you growing a plant inside of your place is a sort of responsibility. You have to take care of that plant like a pet, right? You have to be very responsible, right? And you have to be patient, right? And you have to make sure that you are very strict about what this plant gets. That's the whole trick, right? It's being very strict about that. The amount of water that you feed it, the amount of sunlight that it gets, and all of these things that go into having a plant is very important, right? So obviously I'm not going to sit here and cap like I know everything that goes into having a plant, because I don't. But I will, and I will look more into that. And I advise all of y'all to do that as well, because I feel like there is a lot to gain from that. Because that is exactly what we need to be doing with our seed within inside of us. You can't pour soda in your pot trying to grow your plant. You gonna pour soda in there? You gotta look at your seed as what kind of plant are you looking to grow on your journey? And as long as you don't never give up, shout out to the universe for that. As long as you don't never give up, then at the end of the day, you may have a couple plants like we had pertaining to the streaks that we've been on. You may have a couple plants that you mess up, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be real strategic on this channel. It's my second channel. I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to be so careful with the words that I'm saying, no cursing at all, no nothing. And this may be the channel that blow up before my main one. You never know, man. Right? We had a couple plants that we messed up, right? But what do? Because of our love and passion for doing high vibrational activity, we took what we learned and the sacrifice that came with those plants that had to sadly die, the seeds inside of us, the life inside of us that we wasted, but sacrificed, because at the end of the day, we got a load of downloads, right? See, what happens is you relapse and you get pummeled with a whole shift of your vibration that comes with a lot of messages, because we are not meant to be stuck. We are meant to be raising, and becoming just more and more powerful. That is why pay attention to every time that you've ever had to slip and fall in your life, in any circumstance, in any way, shape, or form. You always what? You felt a low, but then immediately got messages. This is why you can't get too caught up in, be very conscious of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be soft. And I get it. We soft literally because of the programming, right? Because of the intake of the wrong foods and not enough water and, lacking nutrients. And literally being the weakest kind of man, where we are watching a phone screen, laid back on our bed for hours, watching people have intercourse. Like, ain't that crazy that this is the world that we live in, where it's literally normal, where, that's literally like everybody out here that you see, everybody knows about that. Everybody. And we don't even sometimes take into account how weird that is, that literally everybody that you come across outside either knows about it or will pretend like they don't, because it's a very explicit thing, and it could tell you a lot about that person depending on if they watch it and also what kind of content they do indulge in, right? You may have this one perspective of this person, but then he tell you that he like a type of not I'm trying to watch my he like the type of X-rated content where there's a human being and an animal. I'm not gonna say too much more, but you know what I'm saying. And then now you got this whole like whoa, you know what I'm saying. So Yeah, bro. Like, just, you know, like I said in the beginning, right? What I really wanted to put in perspective is try not to, because you got to think about it, right? When you are first trying to build that seed in the plant, right? For those that will take on that challenge and learn how to have their own plant in their house, please, I challenge you to do that, right? And keep me updated. Even if it's months from now, I will remember and tell me like, yo, you made this video months ago saying about the plant. I did it, and this is what word, feel me? And join the family, right? Click the link in the description and please join the family. We do weekly, every Thursday, group voice chat wellness checks. You know what I'm saying? Where we just check on each other and our well-beings, and we keep it pushing at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to the family, all right? Right? What can a seed in a pot, what can it really do? It can't really do anything yet because it is sitting in that dirt and it is looking to absorb. A seed has to absorb before it can be. This is what I'm saying. There's downloads in everything. There's messages in everything. Bro, I lived in New York City my whole life, bro. I have grown. No matter how many mistakes I've made in my life, no matter how many mistakes I've made on this journey, I have grown. You know why? Because I would have never thought that I would be the guy in the middle of the road, crowded area. This is a very crowded area. You feel me? This is the 9/11 Memorial. Matter of fact, I could walk across the street and show y'all the official 9/11 Memorial. It's right there across the street, but this is the Oculus building. It's like a big mall in here. Let me show y'all. Oh, I might have to tie my shoe, matter of fact. Well, let me show y'all the inside of this mall. Look. Official. And it's huge in there. Hold on, y'all. Let me tie my shoe. You know, what can a plant, really take that in, bro, on your journey? What can a plant, you know, what can a seed really do when you just plant it? So when you are just coming on to all of this knowledge of where you have been for the majority of your life, and now you have this newfound aspiration to where you want to go, do you think that you can just do that if you are the seed that is literally cluttered and, you know, with a bunch of dirt all around you, and you have to absorb? You can't do anything, bro. So when y'all putting too much pressure on yourselves, like, oh, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, do 500 push-ups, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna meditate, then I'm gonna and then, bro, let me tell you something. The problem with that's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. And God bless your soul. God bless that you are so passionate about this journey, right? But you have to be very mindful that if you put too much pressure on your weak, this is what I'm saying. You have to accept that you are weak. That is how you grow. You accept where you are to get to where you need to be. If you had a 2K My player that had a 50 overall 3-point jump shot, when you first started the My player, you got to level him up, and he could only shoot a 3-pointer at a 50%, at a, not 50%, no, because that's good. He could only, like, his literal, like, the rating of his 3-pointer is a 50. And we all know, for those that play basketball games, you don't never, ever, ever shoot no 3-pointer with somebody that got a 50 rating.
Welcome
what are you doing?
City.
Huh?
Welcome to New York City.
You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from, you heard? Yo, so, like, you have to understand that, you know, why are you expecting so much of yourself if you are still building your character, right? See, what a smart person would do is, in the beginning of you trying to build your My player, you are going to take your time and pick your positions, you know, be strategic. Like, you know what? I can't shoot that 3-pointer, but I'm going to have my man set the screen for me. I'm going to go around the screen, and since he better than me because he's not, feel me? Because let's say you do the My player and you join one of them NBA teams. You're going to have one of your good senses come sense you to pick, go around that joint, and then hit your man off, right? Or you could just set him up for a nice play. Just get comfortable with the game. You know what I'm saying? You know, start building a relationship with your teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna just come out the gate as a my player and be scoring 50, right? I mean, I don't 100% know how that go. I don't know if you could just buy your way up, but y'all know what I mean, right? Scratch the you could buy your way up rating wise, and you could just get to the buckets, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just arrived to the 9/11 memorial, right? Let's look at the Oculus though. Like, this literally looked like a building that's about to fly. It looked like a alien ship, literally. Like, it looked like it's like low key, like that's what it's meant to do. But one day it's just gonna take off, and I'm gonna be the one that told y'all. Just remember I said that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me show y'all this. Check this out. Wow! Every time I come see this, this is so beautiful. Wow, I wish y'all could see this in person. I feel like sometimes the camera really take away. That's why as a YouTuber, I want to get my cameras up and all that, because you got to come see this in person. This is a vibe. Like, I could literally stand here and stare at this for hours. And just like, I could literally stand here and meditate, bro. Like this, I don't know what's going on and like what the whole purpose of this is, but this is beautiful. It's just like a vibe. Like, I would literally come over here if I was still, for me, smoking like that. I'd roll me up a couple joints and just get high right here. I'm not even gonna lie. This is a vibe. I gotta come over here a little more often. Anyway, right? Hopefully y'all caught those gems on this video. You know what I'm saying? Understand, you know, the overall point that I want you to take away from this video is do not push yourself too hard, right? And understand that you have to do a lot of observing and what's that word? Observing and absorbing. That is what the beginning of this journey is all about. You can't just go straight from the super low, not knowing what the heck was going on out here, to now all of a sudden you got all of these gems, all of these downloads, and you think that you could just, you know, be like, all right, bet I know this, let me just do it. You know, that's like somebody that never played basketball before, and then they tell you like, oh, you got to shoot a three-pointer. All you got to do is go to that line on the three. That's the three-point line right there. And then all you got to do is go behind there and shoot it. And you ain't never played basketball before. Mind you, we ain't never know about, you know what I'm saying, none of these practices, SR, Nofap, you know, celibacy and the succubus and the incubus and, you know, the importance of protecting your energy and how people project their energy onto you. And if you're not grounded enough and you engage in the wrong way, that it's going to make you ungrounded. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not the one that started it, if you engage, you know what I'm saying? Like, picture this, right? Let's say, like I'm walking down the block, minding my business. I'm in a good vibe. I'm doing good, feeling good. And now all of a sudden somebody walk past me and say, hey, I don't like you. But you know what I mean? I'm just trying to be PG. You know, on the rated R spectrum, y'all know what I'm really trying to say, right? Take that in, right? Now, if I go and I do this, I got two options in that point. Either I could go and be like, oh, I don't even got to react at all. I could just, you know, mind my business. Like, man, that person crazy. I'm not about to pay that no mind. But I'm not even going to do that because I don't want him to see that, and I respect that. So I'm going to just, you know, mind my business, you know. Just make sure he not coming up behind me and nothing, and keep it pushing. Or I could be like, you know, on the PG spectrum, I could be like, hey, I don't like you either. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't just walk away from that situation, go back to be a and then my good vibe, because now I projected a negative energy that they inspired me to do, right? They opened up that portal for me and said pretty much, hey, why don't you come in here, right? It's pretty lonely in here. I don't like how it feels. Misery loves company. I see you got a good vibe going on over there that's kind of making me feel, you know, insecure. And I don't know. I just kind of want you to be in here with me. That's pretty much what they saying. And now, as soon as you give them that satisfaction, You can't just go back to feeling good, because think about how, you know, me in New York City, it's 1 million people outside, right? Sometimes you just walk past people on the phone and they just talking BS about something that somebody else did to them, but they got that bad energy. And they think just because the person did it to them, that justifies them being like, yeah, you know, because I was just saying, like, I don't even get what was the whole point of that situation. Like, I don't even understand, like, why did you feel like you had to talk to me like that? And I was just, you know, understand me, bro? And I'm just trying to tell a dude, like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? Like, you understand? So, understand that you are weak. You are weak. You have been weak for years. Now, once you accept that, now you protect your energy and be careful, because you know that you are sensitive and vulnerable, and you got to build yourself up. So do a lot of observing and absorbing. I love you all. Peace and love.